The more you know.
The more you realize you don't know.
Welcome to Michelle's Limitless K-Pop Database.
So welcome, Michelle. How's your day so far?
My day is doing
No, you don't talk
fine.
like that.
No?
Just speak with your normal voice.
Well, I was just trying to match your
You sound like this.
vibe, man.
Yeah,
just
man.
throwing my consideration out the window. That's the way to start Mondays. Thank you.
Okay, so
Hello,
how was your day so
everyone.
far?
My name is Michelle,
Yeah.
and I write for the show, and I'm also a really big fan of K-pop, and I'm really honored to be here to say hello and say that I'm doing fine. Thank you.
And don't forget, you used to be a trainee.
Oh, well,
Yeah?
that was a short blip in my life, but yeah, that's why I know
But
so
do you
much.
still want to become one though?
No, I have changed my vision because I realized the biggest reason I changed my pathway was because I realized that it's not a platform where you can say everything you want to say.
Right.
And I was like, oh, then that's not what I want. So
Okay.
I'm in production now.
Okay,
Anyhow,
good.
I guess that kind of ties in with today's lesson for The More You Know. So The More You Know is where I, Michelle, take all of y'all through so many facets of the K-pop world because there's just so much to know.
Right. So
And
what
I'm
are we going
trying
to talk
teach
about today?
you today about hashtag 만능캐.
만능캐. So what's 만능캐? I'm so curious. I don't know
Oh,
what
really?
that means.
You don't know what
만능캐?
this means?
I mean, I do know that it might mean something like you're good at pretty much everything. 근데 does it mean same though?
It is essentially the same thing,
Yeah?
but it just takes a slightly different version in K-pop.
Okay.
And so the traditional definition of 만능캐 is 능력치가 만능이라서 모든
그치.
일을 최고로 빨리 하거나 잘하는 캐릭터.
So this is a definition that I know. You're good at pretty much
this
everything.
is a standard
Yeah.
like dictionary definition. So in K-pop, how it applies to K-pop is when it's the term that's coined for stars that go infinity and beyond in being good at what they do, but more. So it's like,
Okay.
it can be even as simple as someone that's like the visual and let's say the main vocalist, but then they're an amazing dancer at the same time.
Okay.
So people that just have multiple talents, they're just, gifted and talented, and they were loved a little tad more by whoever created them. So yeah, those are the 만능캐s of K-pop. And today I would like to introduce you to a few of them. Some of them being my favorites, Girls' Days, Yura and Sorbi. Because Sorbi? She can count as a K-pop idol, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So they're both really talented artists, and I will show you a photo of some of Yura's work too. But they have their own exhibits, like they sell their work. It's really amazing. Their work's really cool. So I really do suggest you guys check out like their social media because they post their artwork online and. 정말 좋아요.
At least I'm curious. I mean, those guys are like known to be like a K-pop star, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're painters too.
Yeah. Well, actually, Yura, she was originally studying to be an artist. But then, she got casted because she's so beautiful. And then
Okay.
she became an artist. But then she, artist as in musical. But then she kept doing painting as a hobby. But now she's kind of investing more time in that.
Okay.
As well as Rainbow's Jisuk. She's one of my favorite 만능캐s of K-pop. If you guys are K-pop 고인물,
Yeah.
you guys will
Long-term
probably know.
K-pop fan, yeah.
Yes. So she even has a blog that has been verified as like one of those good blogs by the platform they think.
The influential ones, right? Yeah.
So she teaches people cool household hacks. But it's not just like, oh, this is how you make kimbap. It's like, no, like legit making 송편 from scrap and like
Okay.
changing the air filter in your car and really cool stuff like building stuff. And she even taught people how to like install hardware onto your laptop.
What?
And so people were like, oh, she's not just like doing this for fun. She's seriously so knowledgeable in all these different aspects.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, I just want to share my knowledge with everyone. So it was actually really cute. And it's called 쑥스러운 쑥로그.
Well, I'm curious. Where's she learning all that from?
She's just she actually said in an interview that as starting from a young age, she was just really curious about a lot of different things. And so that took her into like digging deep into a lot of different topics. So if you guys are lost, just check out her blog. She might have a post about what you're curious about.
That's a gift, actually.
Yeah.
Just being curious about something doesn't take someone to that level, you know?
Yeah.
She must have a really good friend.
Her blog got super
Okay.
famous, yeah. So those were a few that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But of course, there's one cool way artists verify that they're amazing at what they do. And that's getting registered as a member of the Korea Music Copyright Association, also known as KOMCA, KOMCA.
Okay, 콤카.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what does this this mean? I was kind of hesitant about bringing this in today because I'm a mere lay person when it comes to this, and I'm talking in front of an expert here because Samul, as you guys know, is like an amazing artist. But in trying to explain it in an easy way, it's whenever a musician participates in the writing of song composition, lyrics, or arrangement, this association puts it on their records, and then when that stacks up, you're recognized for it. Can you confirm this is correct?
Yeah, it is correct.
Okay, can you give us some
and just
more
to
insight?
elaborate a little bit more, KOMCA, Korea Music Copyright Association, is actually divided into 3 levels. The first level is the authority ones, the higher level ones, and there are stage 1 members and stage 2 members. So stage 1 member, you can anyone can become a stage 1 member as long as you're a musician. So in order to, after you being enrolled to KOMCA, that just means that your music is being protected by the laws of Korean copyright law. That's pretty much all. And if you are past making certain amount of money, then they tell you that, oh, you're about to become stage 2 member.
Yep.
So that's the biggest difference.
So 한국어로는 이제 정회원이라는
정회원이라는 게
게
있죠.
있는데,
일반 회원이라는 게 있고.
it's actually pretty exclusive. They only select, I think, 25 people a year.
Yeah.
And then there are actually a lot of K-pop artists
Michelle,
that are registered.
I'm proud I'm the
Like
one. I'm one of them. Yeah.
But before I share about more on this topic, I wanted to throw you guys a quiz question. And it is, as of January 2022, which artist, K-pop artist, owns the most copyrights?
2022년 1월에 가장 많은 저작권을 보유한 아티스트는 좀 궁금한데 이건 어떤 분일까요? 그러면 안 들어볼 수가 없지 않을까요? This next song is by this musician featuring Ash Island with Winner. 여러분들께서 이 노래를 들으시면서 한번 이 아티스트가 누구인지 guess를 해보시길 바라겠습니다. We're gonna be back after this song. Time to reveal the answer. 2022년 1월 가장 많은 저작권을 보유한 아티스트는 as of January 2022, which artist owns the most copyrights? Michelle.
Tier got it correct. It is Ravi.
Yeah.
And yeah, Two-Piece Name had a few really valid guesses. She said Akmu or Maino. And Maino actually pretty close. 성민호는 17위입니다.
와, 대단하다.
1월. 네.
So I'm curious, am I on the list?
You are not, but this is also the most copyrighted K-pop idols.
Okay, thank
so,
you.
yeah, it's Ravi at number 1 with a total of 202 songs. That's crazy.
Thank you. So who else is on the list?
Who else is on the list? Well, I'll just give you guys the top 5s. It's RM, and then Psy, G-Dragon, and then, Junhyung from Highlight.
Okay, that is
not Highlight
unexpected.
anymore. Okay, but yeah, those are the type 5s. And then the female with the most songs, she's at the 25th place. This is Biryo. From Brown Eyed Girl. She has 97 tracks. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an insightful thing to see like how many rappers are on this list. And I just want to remind you guys a lot of times like it can be that they actually wrote the tracks, but it's also that they just wrote their own verses. So yeah, keep that in mind. But hope you guys learned something today about 만능 K and these amazing K-pop artists.
너무 감사합니다. It's always good to see other people's being successful, like hearing at the same time. So really, it just gives me the great positivity.
Monday
vibe
inspo.
to it. 아주 좋습니다. Anyway, we're gonna send Michelle off real soon. But are there any more fun facts you would like to share?
Oh yeah, I actually was talking to Samuel about this off air about how certain idols. There was a group actually, a girl group that came out with the song "Boya." I'm trying to give you guys hints so maybe you guys can guess. So they're a girl group that actually participates in the lyric writing of their own songs, and then the leader actually, she wrote the lyrics. Oh, she's a rapper though.
For a certain song.
Yeah, for a certain song, "Boya," as I just told you. And then they made a mockumentary saying like, "Oh, you finally got your copyright income. What would you do with it?" And then they got her super excited. She's like, "Cool, I want to give everyone gifts, and I want to take my members out to the buffet, and I want to do all these things." And they're like, "언니, I want this and this. Like, please treat us out." She's like, "No, I got you." And then they reveal how much she earned with that song, and it was a mere 1,296 won.
Wow.
1,296원을 얻어가지고 굉장히 좀 슬픈
Wow,
결말로
it
끝난
is very sad.
다큐멘터리가
I mean, people
있었습니다.
call it a mockumentary,
Yeah.
but me personally, as a musician, that is a really sad reality, to be honest. Actually, a lot of musicians are going through the same situation. Even a lot of my friends, too. They say that, oh, I'm happy my copyright is being 정산 this month, and they got 7,001 or something like that.
Oh.
7,000원, 8,000원. I've seen tons of those cases, and I feel really sorry and bad at the same time because we all need spaces, like a little more than that. So 다양성이 중요하다고 생각합니다. 우리 청취자분들이 음악을 더 다양하게 들어주시면 그러면 많이 나아지지 않을까요?
Yeah.
라는
I'm
생각이
just
들어요.
realizing like all these 만능 kiss, the K-pop world is like brimming to the top with all these
그쵸.
really talented people. And what are the ways that we can, appreciate them? Apart from talking about them like this on radio and giving them exposure, listening to their music in a
Right.
legal way and, stuff like that. Trying to just appreciate them
And as a
give them the
person
credit.
who's working in the media business, I would love to shed more lights on the shadowy side, like the indie artists and stuff like that. I mean, there are a lot of talented indie artists in the scene
Right.
too. Yeah, hopefully we get to talk about them more.
Oh, yeah. And even have them in, on the show.
Yeah,
Why
hopefully.
not? Do you
Even on
have
the
any?
station's first floor, actually, there's a woman working at a cafe. Do you know the cafe on the first floor, right? She's a musician, actually a really
did not
good
know
one. Yeah, she is a musician who goes by the name of 전기장판. And she's an independent musician. She's so good.
What?
So I'm hopefully we get to invite her one day in the
Right.
studio too.
And they can all be 만능 kiss. We're all 만능 kiss in our own way. But, yeah.
아주 좋습니다. Anyway, thank you so much, Michelle, for
Of
sharing all your
course. Thanks for
insightful
having
information
me.
about K-pop today. And guys, don't forget today's question of the day was, what is an unexpected skill you have discovered? 내가 발견한 나의 능력은 무엇인지? 텍스트는 샵 1013, 짧은 문자는 50원, 긴 문자나 사진은 100원입니다. 그 밖에도 하시고 싶으신 말씀이 있으시다면 많이 보내주시고요. We'll be back after a song. This is Haze with 너와 함께 한 시간 속에서. Goodbye, Michelle!
Bye.